Hello, I'm MC Knight. Welcome to the Dragon's Lair. This is episode 15. I'm here in our villager trading hall. We have all the toolsmiths that we're going to do. We have almost all the villagers or librarians that we need. We have a couple farmers and a few clerics. We still have a whole lot of empty spaces that we need to fill up. We're actually in good shape right now as far as gold. After I built the gold farm, our Rapid Sphinx and I built the gold farm in the last episode. We now have over 2 stacks of golden apples, and I think we have enough now that we'll probably be able to fill this villager trading hall up. If we don't have enough now, it'll be close, and we can always go get some more gold. Since the last episode, I've been busy doing a few things. One, I've been doing a lot of trading with the villagers, and so you can see I am up to level 93 at this point, and that's the highest I think I've been on this server so far. I've added some more chests. I also did some exploring, and I found a Badlands, and I've got a number of terracotta blocks. I've increased the number of magma blocks and magma cream that I got. And I've also added some ice and snowballs in here. So, just I've been trying to do a little bit of organization, trying to separate out some of my chests so they weren't quite so cluttered. So, you might notice that I have 3 shulker boxes here. So I've decided that I want to do a Piglin Bartering farm. And so in these 3 shulker boxes is enough material to do the Piglin Bartering farm that I'm going to do. So I'm here where the gold farm is. And I figured this would be a real good place to build the Piglin Bartering farm. The video that I chose for this design was from Basic Redstone. I've never seen anything from this YouTuber before, but I thought the design looked somewhat simple, and so I decided to go with that. It does include a sorting system, and so I kind of like that. Now, I wanted to kind of explain a little bit of something, a couple things. One, as I've been doing the builds, as you saw with the magma farm, with the gold farm, I didn't really go through step by step what was taking place, what I was doing. I kind of just started, and then it's like I showed you the end product. I am not a tutorial kind of person, and there's already a video out because I'm following it to build these farms, and so I figure if there's already a farm or a video out there for this farm, why should I make another one? I'll just direct you to the link to where the video is, so you can watch it and follow along if you choose to make that build. Now, the other thing that I wanted to explain too is you might think that the gold farm is a little bit on the small side, and the same with the magma cream farm that I built. So I will agree with you, yes, they are a little bit on the small side. They don't really produce a great amount, but since the server only has Rapid Sphinx and I on it, that's not that big of a concern. I'm trying to get some farms built so that we can start accumulating some resources. Rapid Sphinx and I have talked, and we both plan on this world being a very long term that we're going to play on here for a very long time. And so hopefully down the road, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and probably build another gold farm, one that's a whole lot bigger, and one that you can kill the piglins and get the XP from it. And like with the magma cream farm, what I'm hoping to do is to raid a bastion that has a magma spawner on it, and then I actually get frog lights from it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started on this build, and I'll catch up with you in just a little bit. So it didn't take very long, and I have everything built. I built everything as to the specifications in the video as they told us to place. So now I have the trapdoor here and the trapdoor in the back, and then a place to stand. And then I built a little bit of a platform coming out here of glass. I use glass because nothing will spawn on there. And I have a bunch of netherrack with me. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place, I think, about 20 netherrack going out. Then I'm going to go up and I'm going to place glass 2 blocks above that netherrack to prevent any gas from spawning. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a platform right here. And then on the other end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some trapdoors, and then I'm going to place turtle eggs. So if there's any zombified piglins that spawn, they're going to go after the turtle eggs and just fall off the platform. So that way I'll separate the zombified piglins from the piglins, and then I should be able to get the piglins to come after me. I'll take the gold off, and then I'll have them follow after me, and then I can trap them there. Because in the video, it seemed like the piglins get stuck on this trap door, so they must be a little bit higher than 2 blocks. And I think what I'm going to do, maybe just to make sure that I'm safe, is when I get back here, I'm going to put the trap door down so they cannot get to me for sure. Then I can name tag them and open this trap door, and they'll fall down into the area where they're going to be kept. So I'm hoping this all goes well. Like I said, I didn't record building this whole thing. I'll put a link in the description for the video, and then you can just follow along in that tutorial and build this. It was relatively simple, step by step, and I think I've got everything correct. And so I think it's time to try to build this platform and get some piglins. So I have my spawning platform built, and so now what I want to do is I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to go off 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to build these across. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a trapdoor, 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 then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place an egg here at every spot. Then I'm going to open these trapdoors. And then break all these blocks. And then I'm going to go down and collect those blocks. And then I think my spawning platform is done. I'm hoping that the gold farm doesn't interfere too much with this, and I kind of have a feeling that it just might. But well, that's We're just going to have to deal with that, I guess. Alright. Now hopefully I can get some some piglins and lure them over there. And I'll check back in with you a little bit when I think I've got that going. So you can see a zombified piglin spawned. And he's going straight for the turtle egg and it's going to fall down. And the same with these other two. So that is working fine. It seems like I've been pretty much close enough that the gold farm isn't interfering too much. So I have my first candidate here. So I'm going to see if I can get down here. And get him to come after me over there and get stuck. Oh, well now, this isn't very good. Alright, so I got him named. Got the first guy in. Now it's time to repeat. So it has been several hours until I got 23 of the 24 piglins captured down here. They're all right down there. And I have them name tagged. I accidentally name tagged one twice, so I had to get another name tag. At first, I was a little concerned about the piglins with a crossbow, but I actually figured out a way to get them that isn't too bad. I definitely have to use my shield, and so if this last piglin that spawns has a crossbow, I'm going to show you what I do. Well, I got the last piglin to spawn, and unfortunately he's holding the sword. So I guess I can try to explain to you what I do. So first off, when you go down here, you definitely want to have gold on so they don't get angry at you. And if it's a piglin that has a crossbow, I come all the way back here. And then if he's far distance away, I take the gold off and then inch my way forward until he starts coming at me. And once I get past this trap door, then I crouch and I go all the way back to get him as close as I possibly can. Then I go over here so he loses line of sight of me. I take the name tag. I come up here and then I quick come out and name tag him. And then go to my sword quick and keep my sword up. So that way when he shoots at me, he doesn't hit, he only hits the shield. So then I get back over here till he loses sight of me. And then I make sure that I was making sure that I had my sword and not the name tag, because I didn't want to do any more name tagging. And then I would just quick pop out and drop him down. So anyway, it's relatively simple, and it worked pretty well. So now I can go ahead and I can place slab over top. And now at this actually, you know what? I guess I do want to take that trap door away, don't I? And now I can place the slab. I can take this trap door and I can start removing all the unnecessary glass. And I gotta remove that platform. So I cleaned the spawning platform out that I made. It took all the scaffolding down. I took the glass away from up top there, and I cleaned the excess glass up here. And so now the other thing that I want to do is for this farm, the way it was set up was to have the campfire at the end to eliminate all the extra items. And so there was a list in the video showing of the things that you can get. Well, my dilemma is I think there might be some things that were not on that list that I would like to have. And so now what I'm going to do is I want to put a chest here. So when it comes out from the end, I'm going to have another hopper here, and it's going to go down into this chest. And then I'm going to do chests going down just like this. And then I'm going to do this, this, and this. Now I do need to go back up to put the last hopper down. And with that, I should be ready to test this out. What I do need to do is I need to get a good amount of gold. I'd like to get probably about maybe a stack or two to test this out and see about what extra items I get in that last chest. And so I do have some gold in here, and I'm going to get rid of all these extra items that I don't need. And so now I am going to collect as many nuggets out of here as I can and convert them to ingots and give this farm a try. So I'm back up here. I've got 3 stacks of gold ingots. So I'm going to throw those in there, 1 in there, and 1 in there. And now I just need to go down here and I got to remember where the on-off switch is. Ah, there it is. I don't think they're... There we go. Oh, well, I'm seeing the items are apparently not dropping down into that hopper at the end there. So I need to go up and collect those. So what I can do is throw that in, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, see, I'm kind of interested in collecting okay. Well, I guess it's done. So let me go turn it off. That was quick. I spent some time up at the AFK spot above the gold farm, collected quite a bit of gold. I took 6 more stacks, so I had a total of 9 stacks that I ended up putting in the chests, and I collected them. And since I put the hopper up here, now everything does flow down into this chest. I did not collect these spectral arrows. I'm not really sure. I think as soon as Rapid Sphinx says he's good, I'm going to put the soul sand back up and light it and let it just burn everything away. Because the other things that come in are fire resistance, and I got quite a bit of that already. The spectral arrows, and I really don't use them. The water bottles, and the only thing that I would really use for those is like potion brewing or just to keep the bottles. And I've got a fair amount of those. I filled up the honey farm with bottles, and so at this point I really don't need bottles anymore. And ender pearls, and I got quite a few ender pearls from this already. So like I said, once Rapid Sphinx says he's good with everything that would go into that chest at the end, I'm going to put the soul sand back up and light it up. So out of those 9 stacks, this is the loot that I got. I got a bunch of gravel, some iron nuggets, which I really don't need either, some nether bricks, some quartz, some blackstone, a bunch of soul sand, some string, leather, and some fire charges, some obsidian, and crying obsidian. I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. I thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. I will catch you next time, and until then, I'm MC Knight.